to another episode of Chaotic Minds. I'm your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and I am joined today with my co-hosts.
Oh my God, I'm back from outer space.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels.
Squirrel?
I'm Henry Montney, also known as Mayhem the Heart's Mace. Hey, how you guys doing today? And our buddy.
I am Dark Trooper, coming from your secret location, aka my couch. I do apologize for not being in the episode last week. I had a family thing to do that day.
Your place was very quiet.
It was unavoidable.
Oh, no, it's fine. Now, family comes first. That is no more priority for our chaotic minds. You always have to have a understanding of each person's mind. We had a special guest that will be joining us soon. Again, he's getting himself ready. He will be next week. You'll be meeting him again. He was very quiet and apologized for his silence last week. He was trying to figure out what to say, as he wasn't used to such chaos running through his minds. Back to it for you, Thunderbase Studios.
But let's get things started off tonight with everyone's favorite information section. Here is Relationships with May.
All right, so for relationships, as I've always stated at first, communication is key to all relationships, friendships, relationships, and parents and their children. So on that, mentioning about parents, we're going to talk about good and bad parenting today. We're going to talk about things that you shouldn't be and should be doing as a parent.
Making your kids sleep out in the garage.
Yep, you should not be pushing your kids around. You should not be pushing them to things that you wanted to do. If you wanted to be a pretty pageant lady and you couldn't make it, so you pushed your kid into it, and your kid doesn't want to do it ever again, you get angry about it. That's not right. If you were a guy that wanted to be a wrestler, got injured, and couldn't do it ever again, but pushed your kid to be, and pushed him beyond his limits until he got hurt, and now it's your fault that you blame him, that's bad parenting.
Yes, don't live through your kids.
If you push your kid beyond his limits of physicality, telling him he's not good enough, no matter what, even though he wins first place, beats records, stands there with a title or anything else or a trophy, and you're still saying, hey, you could have done better.
Or call them, what was it? There was a story I just listened to on the way home. What was it? A disappointment? Or because these parents, it's a Reddit story I was listening to on the way home, so take that as you will. About a family who treated the OP like an indentured servant, forced him to pay them for living in their home, and he then turned that around, got a college degree, and won an award right in front of them. Basically giving you a big old, not in public, of course, big old fuck you. Or favoring one child over another.
That's not right at all. I've witnessed that.
Don't do that. Golden children, more often than not, when you treat the golden child as one of the children as the golden child, that golden child ends up being spoiled rotten, and is a useless human being. And the parents then have to deal with that child, that man child or woman child, for the rest of their lives.
Well,
and then you also have green tea people.
Or vegans who think that you should be feeding a baby vegan diets.
Yes, yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be forcing your child into some kind of thing like that. Just because you're doing it doesn't mean you should be doing that to a developing child. Let them make their own decisions, not just because
It's not just that. It's also the physicality. Babies need proteins. They need fats. They need all of these nutrients in order to develop themselves into the proper adults, in order to develop their bodies the right way.
And sometimes children need to be a little, exposed to germs. Sometimes get a little dirty, makes them tougher, gains their immune system up and everything. Sometimes when you overbear a child, you will risk them and or kill them, or harm them, or make them weaker to society, let alone to life in general, or make them scared, or give them some kind of mental issues where they don't know how to react to normal people in society. They see someone blow their nose, they start freaking out for some reason.
Or lie to them about them having allergies, but in reality they don't.
Yeah, that's messed up as well. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I've read a lot of Reddit stories, and some of them are not very nice. These are not nice people. I mean, if you end up on Reddit, 9 times out of 10, you're not a nice person.
Nope. There is a lot of reasons why people do that kind of stuff, or tell their stories in those messed up manners. It's not correct, but hey, sometimes you got to get your story out there. My parents were a good and bad, you could say. I had the good times and bad times of life. They taught me right, though. I became a good parent and a good person because of a lot of their teachings, but it turned around on them because they also taught me how to seek and find out if you're trying to manipulate, control me, or abuse me. And once I started figuring out certain other attributes they're trying to do to me, I was like, no, I'm not going to be abused or mentally and emotionally unstable because of you. I'm going to walk away. So that goes for a lot of people. I actually know a friend, like what you were mentioning about being like a personal servant or slave. I won't mention his name, but he himself, I'm very close friends with. His parents would tell him or stomp on the ground to have him come upstairs and give them things or do stuff for them constantly. And here's the thing that he messed up. He'd have me come over, hang out for a whole day. I'd maybe get an hour of actually hanging out with them in 12 hours. It was mostly upstairs doing something, cleaning something, organizing, cooking, cleaning. And one which was the worst thing ever, he got stomped, like they were stomping and telling him to come upstairs. He ran upstairs just for him to grab their 3-liter pop that was out of their arm reach. It was literally maybe a foot away. He couldn't sit up.
So far, yet so close.
And he's sitting there going, "Are you serious, really? Just for this?" And then he came downstairs and I explained to him, why are you letting him do this to you? It's not right. You don't do this. Like, I helped and cleaned and did things for them left and right too, just so he could hang out with me. And they would do everything to make it so he was the person. So if he would work, do a job, he would be paying the bills. After a while, once he was the one starting to work, the other ones started quitting their jobs and let him pay all the bills. He did everything. They made him into it, and I felt bad for him. I tried to help him as best I could, but he needed to learn on his own. But yeah,
same to anybody who's not willing to save themselves.
Parenting, you have to raise them and teach them and guide them. Don't force them into things, though, unless it's something that's like health-wise safe or safety. Teach them properly. Do not push your limits with them. Remember, you're stronger than them. Do not smack them, harm them, try to bend or squeeze or break. You will hurt them severely. Do not do that kind of stuff. I took parent-child development class. I studied this stuff for years. I'm very keen on this kind of thing. And I've raised a lot of children that I was helping with other people, let alone being like a stepdad. Now I am a parent and dad myself, and I do everything right and correct. Just my kids that like me, and it hurts. They like to swing weapons at me because I already trained them. But they're training weapons. So they're all soft and buffer weapons. It's kind of hilarious. I'll send a video one day, you guys will laugh. And I'll even put the funny clown music in there and just me getting beat up by children. But you have to be good and being a parent.
I can just see her with a wiffle bag going, Daddy.
I'm on the ground. Oh, no, they have video of it. Thunderbase himself.
Mm-hmm. I was there on the scene.
Recording and everything. We'll get it posted one day. All right, but back to you, Thunderbase Studios. That was for relationships for now. We're going to go into some safety. All right, guys, for safety, do not walk away from a open flame such as you're cooking something. The basic one to start off with today. When you're cooking and or doing anything with the stove or oven, be mindful and watch of it. If you set a timer, if you have boiling water, there's little tricks to make it so the water doesn't actually boil over. The wood spoon over the metal or the pots actually does work. I've been a cook and a chef as well, so it does wonders. So you don't have overspill or boil. Lids help too. Sometimes that actually makes the boil and overwork. It's just weird how a spoon can just put it over and just gives it enough and drops back down.
It's because it disrupts the circulation.
Yeah, but also you don't want to risk fires. Also maintain clean your kitchens as well from grease and areas. So turn off those things at times. Make sure there's no fires running. Make sure everything's nice and cool. Wash and clean, scrub, let things dry. Rub them down one last time. Put them back on. Bada bing, bada boom. We got something clean and safe. So when you recook something, you don't have to worry. Also relight the fires for a minute over the said items after, just for a moment of cooking over it. So just in case there were chemicals, they're burnt out now. So that'd be a basic safety tip for people just for cooking.
And for those who are on the West Coast right now, there is a tsunami watch. So because there was an earthquake in Japan.
It was in Russia.
Earthquake.
Oh, Russia.
All the way through from Hawaii and Russia and to Japan, and it was an 8.8,
Mm-hmm.
and that it made a large tsunami that's hitting everywhere.
Is being considered a record-breaking earthquake.
Yeah, in the past 100 years of our scale checking.
Mm-hmm.
Someone really pissed off Poseidon.
Well, no, it's
the Leviathan they pissed off.
Yeah, because the tectonic plates are shifting and locking in places and pushing. And something said, as what you mentioned, Leviathan hits at a certain point, breaking the lock point, making it so things go boom. And also it made volcanoes erupt, such as in Russia. There was at least one there, and I'm not sure where the rest were. I was trying to check them out, but I didn't get to enough in time before we started the show. So it's pretty interesting, weird things that are popping up in the world right now.
Indeed.
Remember,
But
people know about 10%.
Do listen to your local safety advisories and follow all instructions given by your local government to preserve and make sure you have a safe time during this disaster.
Get a go bag going. If you haven't done one yet, do it now so that you can be ready to grab it and go. If when the call comes to evacuate.
Yeah, I need to re-up mine for the kids and stuff. So safety first, people. Everybody needs to think about this before they do any kind of stuff. Same thing when you're thinking about doing selfies. I need to bring that up. For safety, please do not be doing selfies in crazy, dangerous areas without knowing your
Like traffic.
If you're stepping off a cliff area and you're trying to do a cool selfie, like you actually do fall, and that was your last picture. Remember that. It sadly has happened to several, if not more, especially lately. It's probably at a zero now. It's like
I wonder if there's a database of all the stupid fit selfies, the last selfies people have done.
There's a guy on YouTube that does it. He does Darwin Awards, and he has counted them. I can't remember how many it was. It's ridiculous. And he showed one, sadly, of a couple. I did a really cute one, but sadly, that was their last picture because right after they caught each other, the rock under them gave. And then even though they tried to get away, it was it.
They weren't fast enough.
Oh, it was a heavy rock snapping from the distance of them being from a rock, like a cave, like a cove, like this, and they were standing here, and this is where the normal ground was. And they went as they're trying to run, and just it was too late though because he did a whole cute picture catch thing, and the weight didn't have time to react.
Or the picture of the big old bear that's coming running at you.
Or the one with the crocodile. Ha ha ha, look at snap. That was the last picture of that lady took. There's a few of them like that. So
Or the view from a skyscraper.
Yeah, and that would be their last thing. Oh, and then here's another thing: if you drop and tumble your phone, don't go after it. Let it be. You can get a new one. You can't replace yourself.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. I saw a video the other day of they were in Gator country, and the guy was taking a picture and drops his phone right into the gator pit. And he says like,
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, no, he didn't go after it. But I'm just like, yeah, that phone's gone. I'm not putting my hand in there.
No, that's game over. You reach your hand in there. Oh, launch. I don't know why the gator was French, but hey, we do it.
Hey, most of them used to be in French territory, so it's forgiven.
Don't mess with gators, man. There's gator Alcatraz. That's a thing now.
Unfortunately.
I'm actually okay with it. It's a great way to have bad prisoners or bad people, or even just right now it's this like, hey, you can't come out and people can't help until it's time for you. There's no way you're swimming that. I don't care who. I'm a great swimmer. I'm one of the best swimmers of all time. There's no way. You can't outswim that many gators, that many snakes. It's all natural. The security is Mother Nature. The most powerful.
Not to mention all the probably quicksand and mud and like sucking down mud and just the sheer uckiness of the where they are.
And what are they called? I think leeches. Leeches and stuff like that sticking on you, and oh yeah, you're not making it. And whatever else you catch from getting in that bog, it's not fresh, clean, silky water. No, you have no idea what's in there. You're going blind, and if you're doing it at night, game over. They see you. You do not see them. But safety, people. Safety first. You should think of your well-being before other objects and the ones that you love and care about. Remember that. Back to you.
On a brighter note, it is time we get into our celebrity birthdays.
I got one. Since I wasn't here, I'll start. Christine Kenworth.
Remember, it's July 24th.
It is July 24th. She is 57 years old. She was a stage actor.
Kristen Chenoweth.
Yeah,
Yep.
that.
Yep.
She was in
She plays Glinda in Wicked.
No, she doesn't. She
In
plays
the Broadway production of Wicked. Yes, she does. She is the original Glinda for the Broadway production of Wicked.
All right, I got one.
Also was in Pushing Daisies as Olive.
Yes.
And she was also the goddess in American Gods.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that one.
And she's also from Glee.
She's done a lot. But
she's a very good singer.
Oh, yeah. The next one I'm doing, speaking of good singer, Jennifer Lopez, 54, pop singer. Wow. Still looking good, even, at 54, you don't even know. You wouldn't.
How about this one?
I love some of her movies, too.
First female pilot, Amelia Earhart.
Oh, snap.
We don't know if she's dead, do we?
Where's her date of birth and where's her...
She disappeared in 1937. No one knows if she is even dead.
Well, obviously not.
She got abducted by aliens.
But she was born July 24th, 1897. She was only 39 when she disappeared.
Disappeared.
Well, she did fly into the Bermuda Triangle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of strange things happen there, my friends. All right, let's do a couple more before we go to the next one.
Who the hell was she in?
Let's go with Maria Wilson, 38, movie actress.
Let's see if we can find a fun one. I thought I saw
What
one.
would she? What did she do? Miss Doubtfire and Matilda. Oh yeah, this is Matilda.
Mm-hmm.
I love the movie Matilda and Miss Doubtfire, but Matilda more. I big fan. Me and my wife just I can
It's also a good book.
my kids that movie. That's a movie to show them. Can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Want to do one more before we shift off to the 25th? What
Sure.
about
So you can find one that's interesting.
Rose Byrne, 46, movie actress.
Ooh, that really hell you.
We've seen her in Neighbors, Spy, Bridesmaids, Christine Wing.
Kristen Wiig
Oh, I got the first one.
is the name of that
For
one.
next that in 25th.
All right.
At LeBrock, the original heartthrob from Friends, Joey, who played Joey Tribbiani, the semi-successful actor turned Casanova.
All right. Yeah. He was in Lost in Space, and I loved him in that movie. I love the armor concept, weapons. It was really cool. And he actually played a cool soldier. Oh, we're definitely skipping that guy's birthday because I don't associate myself with terrorists. But all right, next we're gonna go with James Lafferty, 40, TV actor. Go with he was in One Tree Hill and Donnie Darko. Ooh, he was in Donnie Darko. Yeah,
Here's
How about-
one.
Donnie Darko.
Here's one.
I've seen Donnie
Wrestler
Darko.
Finn Balor, 44 years old.
How about this one? Emmett Till. He was 14 when he died at August 28th, 1955. He was beaten and murdered to death for talking to a 21-year-old white woman.
What the hell?
He was black.
Yeah. Another one is Walter Payton, 1954 to 1999. A football player, Chicago Bears. And he was from
Here's another one, the newer Chinese pop singer, Zhang Hao.
Okay.
He's 25.
One more before we shift up to the 26th.
I had one, but it got covered up by a fucking stupid ad from Walmart.
Ooh, how about this one? 19th century Scottish teacher Christina Smith
Nice, nice.
died in April 28th, 1893.
All right, we got the 26th now. I'm going to go with Elizabeth Gillies, 32, TV actress.
Oh, how about this? Josh Stephan, movie actor. He was in the he was the driver in the train.
Jason Statham.
Here's one. Legend himself, Mick Jagger. It's 82.
I want to. Oh yeah, and here's one. One of my favorite actresses, Sandra Bullock. I like her in a lot of things. She's very comedic. She can play a serious role, but she prefers comedy.
Was she in Death Becomes Her? Remember?
She was in The Blind Side, Speed, Gravity, The Proposal, Miss Congeniality, Crash, Bird Box, and a bunch of other stuff as
I'm
well.
thinking of somebody else.
Here's another rock artist. She's a newer rock artist, Taylor Momsen. 32.
I got one for you for drummers. Roger Taylor, 76.
Drummer of Queen.
Yep.
Yeah,
Here you go. Here's another movie actress, Kate Beckinsale, 52.
How about talent manager Joe Jackson? Died June 27th, 2018 at 89.
We'll do one more. We'll go with Helen. What?
I said that was Michael Jackson's father.
Oh, wow. Now we got Helen Mirren, 80, movie actress. She was in Red and Red 2 and a bunch of other stuff.
I thought that was her.
Yep, the 27th now of July. Who do we have?
Oh, Triple H,
Mhm.
56.
Oh, wow.
All of that himself.
He did not age well.
Oh, it's all the scarring from slashing his face with razor blades and getting hit in the head with stuff.
With chairs.
Got another one here, Maya Rudolph, 53, TV actress. Seen her in a lot of different things. She played a mom lately a lot, though. She was in Bridesmaids, Adam Sandler's grown-up films, Forever, Saturday Night Live.
I got one. Danny Yee, 62. Int Man himself, and he was also in Rogue One as the blind guy who believed in the Force, and apparently he was cast in Mulan.
Here's one.
Here's one that just recently happened in July 2nd.
Oh,
Julian McMahon.
I was literally about to say that one. Go ahead, brother.
It was the actor who played the original Doctor Doom.
Yep. He was a
Died
good
at
one.
the age of 56.
Got another one right here for wrestlers. Dolph Ziggler, 45. We could have a fun wrestling match. What else? Yeah, let's do one more before we go to the next one.
Here's one from he's from the live action of Mulan, but he is the Chinese actor Donnie Yen.
Yeah, I already did that one.
You did?
Yeah. Yeah, I mispronounced his name.
All right, so now we're on the 28th. All right, start off with Soulja Boy, 35, rapper. Now, you call yourself Soulja Boy, but are you actual Soulja? We'll figure it out one day.
I got one. JF Kennedy's widow herself, Jacqueline Kennedy Olsen, First Lady. She died in May 1994 at the age of 64. Was she with the one?
Here we go. Rebecca from Full House. Lori Loughlin. 61.
I got one for you football players out there. Malik Nevers, 22. He is which team? Mississippi State University. Wow.
Oh, I got one. Jim Davis, cartoonist. He was the creator of the Garfield comics.
Oh wow, I love Garfield.
Oh, here we go.
He's still alive.
Voice of Optimus Prime himself, Peter Cullen.
Oh wow.
84.
Prime.
Still alive.
Yep. One more before we go to the next one. What about Elizabeth Barkley Lauren, TV actress. All right, now let's go to the. She was 53. Happy birthday to her. Let's go to the 29th. Who wants to get the first one?
I'll get this one. How about Mussolini? Benito Mussolini, world leader, the Italian dictator of during World War II. He died in April 28, 1945 at the age of 61. And to be perfectly frank, it's not a big loss.
No. I got one right here. J.K. Rowling for Harry Potter and a bunch of other stuff. 59 years old. Young
Oh,
adult.
I got one. Will Wheaton. Mr. Wesley Crusher himself. You'll never be anybody else but Wesley Crusher, will it? And we all know it.
Shut up, Wesley. All right, got a football player here, AJ Green, 36.
I call the next one.
All right, go ahead.
Genesis Rodriguez, soap opera actress. She was in Days of Our Lives, Man on a Ledge, What to Expect, and When You're Expecting in Tux.
How about Josh Redner? 51. He was famous. He portrayed Ted Mosby in the Emmy-winning sitcom How I Met Your Mother, and apparently Law and Order. That's kind of a different way of thinking. I go from a comedy to a drama.
Sometimes
Here's Clara Bow, movie actress, died in 1965 at the age of 60. She's from It and Wings in 1937.
wow. I don't know, that's
Jenny Lee, 72. He was the progressive rock band Rush. He was the singer and bassist for the progressive rock band Rush.
Oh, I got this one. All right, so we're on July 30th with you today, and I'm totally getting this one. It's my favorite movie action actor himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. 78 years old, movie actor, bodybuilder.
He needs to retire from the Terminator movie, man.
A father and also governor.
He's the
Hey,
governor.
he was one hell of a... All right, the Terminator himself. The governor
And Mr.
himself.
Freeze. He was also Mr. Freeze.
And Conan the Barbarian.
You know?
Old jokes.
Oh, here's another great movie actor and bodybuilder as well, Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah, he's from Michigan here.
7. You know?
Mr. Cruz himself. And we
Oh,
sometimes
two
play
friends. How about
friends.
this? Lisa
They made a
Kuna,
friend.
TV actress. 2 friend actresses who play Phoebe Buffay.
Which one do you want? All right, let's go with a. Oh wow, Henry Ford, 1863 to 1974 entrepreneur.
So apparently we're really,
1947.
really shit.
1947, not 1974.
Wow, I went backwards. Man. Thank you.
Well, from what I've heard in history, he was a really bad father.
My literacy dyslexia kicked in.
Here we go. Christopher Nolan, director. He's the one that created The Dark Knight, Inception, Interstellar, Memento, and Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was actually
Lawrence
really good.
Fishburne. He played Morpheus in The Matrix.
Yeah, he was good. Did you know that was I think it was originally supposed to be somebody completely different. I think it was supposed to be Sean Connery, and he turned it down. Every film he turned down became a big hit, and every film he accepted kind of became a bomb. But I loved all the ones he was in. But I'm a Sean Connery
I
fan.
can't pronounce that name, but I want to say her so much. She's the face of Miranda and played in the Sarah Walker in Chuck.
Oh, you're talking Jamie Presley?
No, she's the
No.
blonde girl.
Oh,
Yavor.
Oh. Ivan Stravosky.
Yeah.
43 years old. Happy birthday.
Then I'll get the other one, Jamie Presley from the TV show My Name is Earl. She plays Joy Turner.
Nice. We got one here, Martin Starr, 43 TV actor. And I believe that will be it for birthdays for this week.
Oh, I do got one more. I do got one more. He's actually a good one. From The Mentalist and from Devil Wears Prada, Simon Baker. He is 56 years old. And with that, we move on to our law.
Hello, my true believers and my tinfoil hat wearers. Tonight we're going to talk about we're going to go to Ireland and talk about a particular creature. Is she a demon? Is she evil? Is she good? You be the judge. We are going to talk about the Banshee. Now, in more modern day, media, the Banshee has been treated as a sort of terrified or fightable monster in video games, or a terrifying creature in movies and literature. But that's furthest from the truth. The Banshee is actually not a monster at all. She is. She's actually a harbinger of death. Anytime in old Ireland, old families who heard the Banshee scream knew somebody was going to die. Somebody in the family was going to die. They didn't know who, because that's not what the Banshee does. All the Banshee does is she tells you someone's going to die. She doesn't tell you who's going to die. So, and the name Banshee in Old Irish means woman of the fairy mound. Very interesting stuff. And how it's pronounced is Banshee. Banshee. They oftentimes in Old Ireland. Now, this is the Banshee actually is all over that area, Welsh, Scotland, and all that. But it was primarily in Ireland where the most of her activities are. They mostly pertain to certain Irish families, particularly the nobility. They would be the harbingers the messengers of death. Oftentimes connected with the Morrigan or Briat or Monaman MacLear. All deities who have to do with death. In fact, in some stories, it was actually a job in Old Ireland that there were women whose whole job it was to be professional mourners. They would go to a funeral, cry, sob, oh, my poor friend, fill in the blank line, fill in the blank. How could you leave us so? Now, like I said, in modern media, they betrayed, like in Fable, for example. Fable was very good about this. The first Fable game, you actually had to fight a Banshee. No, it was the second one. The second one, you had to fight a Banshee more than once as a boss fight. And you kicked her ass every time. At least I hope she did. They are not the cause of death. They are just a messenger. In fact, in some stories, they are actually also the carriers of death, meaning that once the person's died, the Banshee takes the soul to where they're supposed to go. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, they are oftentimes depicted as either a beautiful woman with long flowing hair, oftentimes a white dress, an old woman, or a headless figure. Let's see. Just checking my notes. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The Banshee is actually, I think the Banshee is a misunderstood creature who doesn't. In some story, if I remember, I was doing some research this morning, she was also. Sometimes it was also a woman who was cursed by because they did something horrible in their past lives, or there's so many stories. It's Irish mythology, there's so many different contradictory stories to it. Who knows who the real story is. Anyway, guys, got any questions?
Yeah, like the Banshee, I know has been depicted mostly as villains, but it's been depicted as heroes too for certain characters. With certain abilities and powers, pros and cons, depending on what you use it for. Some people have the Banshee scream as an ability, such as Scream herself from Marvel as a symbiote, and then also from DC you have the
Banshee.
Well, what's her name?
Banshee.
Yeah, is it just Banshee?
Yeah. It was not a very original name. She's a screamer. Oh my God, she screams. Oh, she must be a Banshee.
Well, she also boxes. Her dad was actually another superhero. I think the Puma.
No, that's Black Canary.
Oh, what? No, you might be right. Yeah.
There actually is a DC villain called Banshee, but there's also the Black Canary.
So many different ones. But yeah, Black Canary is another one that has a Banshee scream as well. That's what I was trying to get at. I was trying to remember the name of it. But yeah, I think it's time for a little. Whoa,
So today we're going to be talking about since I wasn't here last time, we're going to talk about the one I was supposed to talk about last week, which is the 10th Legion, which is Ferris Madness. He's got a real good head on his shoulders. Henry?
Yeah, right. It might heads roll though, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, Ferris Madness is the Primarch of the 10th Legion, who ended up who, like all the other Primarchs, got scattered across the universe. And he ended up on a planet called Medusa. And because Medusa was not a fun place to be. It was scavenged to the nth degree by the Golden Age, and after an old night, all their technology was gone. So they basically devolved down to techno-barbarians all over the place. When Ferris first got to the planet, his pod buried through the tallest mountain called Kerasi. I'm totally butchering that, but it was the highest mountain, ice mountain in the entirety of the planet. When he actually got down there, he actually burrowed through the mountain into the down place. He actually found a Necron tomb. He did not discover the Necrons. He just found a Necron tomb. We're covered in glyphs, gold, Argentarian, all the good stuff. He released a monster, the Necron world of Astaroth. He did try to fight it when he was just a boy. Imagine a little toddler fighting a giant metal monster. It's hilarious. Obviously, he failed, and that really changed. He understood the benefits of defeat. So he became the apex predator of that entire area. He made weapons, he made armor, he killed any animal, any creature. He swam to the deepest parts of the ocean. He did it all. Then he went after Astaroth again, destroying all of his weapons, cracking his armor, beating him up. He eventually grabbed it over his head, lifting it over his head and throwing it into a vat of boiling lava, destroying the beast. But afterwards, his hands turned to silver, and that's why they're called the Iron Hands. He eventually would get discovered by the Emperor. For 3 days, those two went at each other, tooth, nail, and claw. At the third day, Ferris was defeated by the Emperor, of course. He eventually would get recruited, and then he would get his education on Terra. That's where he met his brother Fulgrim. Now, Fulgrim and him have a friendly competition to create the most beautiful, most powerful weapon. For 3 months, those two forged up a storm, yelling barbs, poking fun, and doing all good stuff, all brotherly things. Ferris would create a beautiful sword, a beautiful flaming sword called Fireblade. I know, super original. And Fulgrim would create a mighty hammer that could crack the mightiest of mountains called Forge Breaker. Both of them declared each other the winner of the contest, and they exchanged weapons. And since then, they were best of buds. Now, he did fight in many campaigns. Fulgrim would actually try to recruit Ferris before the Horus Heresy officially started. Utterly beating him senseless, beating each other up, beating him senseless, and taking his precious hammer with him. He then would see each other again on a place called Istan 5. Remember that. It was also known as the Drop Site Massacre. This is where Ferris Maz would meet his ultimate death, would meet his ultimate fate by getting killed by Fulgrim by getting his head cut off by the Lament Brain. Oh, and Fulgrim. This is actually back. Fulgrim actually would clone Ferris dozens of times to try and persuade him to come over to his side. Ferris was such a stubborn bastard, he refused him every single time. And he would kill him and do it again. There's actually a book about it. Fulgrim is the one who kills him.
Does his clone get away?
No.
They
get killed. Fulgrim kills every single clone, then tries again. It's sort of like him trying to right a wrong in his mind. So that's pretty much it. Do you guys got any questions?
So,
the flesh is weak.
Did he only come in contact with Necrons once?
Nope. He only comes in contact with Astaroth. He actually doesn't discover the Necrons. He only fights that one Necron beast, the metal worm Astaroth. And that's how he gets his silver hands. That's actually Necron tech on his hands.
Yeah, technically it was trying to integrate into him.
He actually had a saying, the flesh is weak, but deeds remain.
It's hardcore.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So,
oh, wait, actually, there's one more. I'm going to tell you about one more Primarch since I was so selfish about not being here. This one has the most epic battles, the most fearsome deeds, the greatest defeats. The 11th Legion. Back to you.
Share that for the next one.
Nope, that's it. Back to you. Let's bring on the clips.
Clips. Little parts, little
sound
clips. That shit. It's politics, don't you want to know? It's politics, don't you want to know? Hey, we got the left side, you got the right side, you got the middle side. Red.
Oh, it's one of mine.
Got the purple.
People, blah, blah, blah. That's it.
The Purple People Party.
The PPP.
Yep. What? I can't hear you.
I don't want to look at your ugly ass face. I want to hear your words.
But it's so huge. I don't hear anything. That's fine.
That is literally as loud as it will go.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. I am reading it.
He claims he never had. Basically, he's saying that he never had the privilege of being on Epstein's island. I call bullshit on that. You do not be
I don't
friends
know
for
until
20 plus years
proof
with
is
a man like Jeffrey Epstein without being on his island at least once.
yeah, there's something right there. Like the only thing I can say about that is there was like an interview of these two girls who stated they did meet him, that he was a gentleman the whole time. Because he also stated, "You're not my type, son. I like my women a bit older." So
There was also another time with a woman who actually was cornered by him and actually looked like he was going to do something, but Jeffrey Epstein's like, "Oh no, not her."
Now, see, it was stuff like that. I also could have been on his plane too, because Jeffrey Epstein sadly manipulated people by putting these girls on the plane and dressing them up and drugging them and manipulating them, as well as the guys on the plane. And then, by the way, guys, that girl was underage. I have video footage now. I have blackmail on you, and he would do that often. And
that's
try to do it.
Trust someone like Jeffrey Epstein, you deserve exactly what you get. Trusting a man like Jeffrey Epstein is like trusting a scorpion on your back.
There's a whole actual
Great news.
Frog. What the fuck was that?
Still pulling up videos for us.
Oh my god! Yeah, the volume for that one worked. I heard nuts for a split second, but I thought it was you sneezing like fake news. So, but yeah, there's other things going on in the world while that's all happening. There's the tariff stuff going on as well.
This one, I think.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if you
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
You wouldn't rule it out, sir?
Bullshit! You did not think about it. You thought about it as soon as you found out what she knew. You thought about it a lot, but
I don't know. I think he's
He-
keeping.
No, let me you finish.
No. You go ahead. Say what you're saying.
It would be political suicide to pardon that woman.
It would be. I agree. But the thing is, I don't believe he actually would. I think he's purposely keeping his words vague. So if she sees this on the news, she still has hopes and dreams of getting this. She gives the information up. She's coming in with a bunch of boxes from videos I've been watching that came out of fucking nowhere that she's had, and had information the whole damn time, and she was waiting to use it. And now, but the weird thing is, why aren't they doing this at the jail cells? There are other things and other people paid at those cells they know about that they're going to be watching or doing something or trying to execute somebody. Like,
Or having closed doors, or maybe even worse, having closed door discussions with somebody who most likely is also in the Epstein files.
yeah, there's something in there because there's a lot of people in there. I think he also has probably buddies that he may be friends with himself, and maybe he's protecting that he kept a promise to or something. That could be another thing. He could be trying to keep something hush hush about a buddy, and because they helped him with some power, and I don't know. We never know until it happens. You never know until it gets released. I would rather just everything gets released, at least just the names. All I want's the names. Give me the fucking names, all the people. So
I mean, I don't need details. I don't need to know who did what. I just want to know who's on the fucking list.
Yep, we can be judged accordingly after that. All right, let's go to check this next clip out.
The Trump situation, but dude, it is crazy.
How would you deal with it? What's your advice on dealing with a small boats crisis in this country? The small boats.
Those coming over the channel, so we're taking a lot of action to stop people coming over the channel who shouldn't be here and stopping them coming in the first place.
Well, immigration is a big factor, and
Yeah, there's something wrong with the immigration going on.
He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He's
No,
talking
no,
about the channel that's in England. That's thousands of miles away from your jurisdiction.
They were sitting there and they were having discussions about trade at the time. They were talking about how his immigration was compared to ours at the time. And the concept is they let in millions of people undocumented, don't know what happened, a bunch of rape gangs and murder of people, and Muslims came in and just killed
We
them.
don't know that.
Oh, there's video proof.
That is a gross assumption.
Have been murdered and killed by a bunch of Arab dudes. There's proof, and even them admitting it. Oh, she had her hair out. Oh, she was provocative when she was running across, jogging.
I want to talk about
there's a bunch of that out there, and they let that in there, and yeah,
That's only a few people. You're talking about thousands of people. And you can't honestly think that every single person who came in those convoys is exactly the same as those guys who did the.
No, most of those people that were undocumented that came in became part of and or were found out to be part of the rape gangs that became there, or the trafficking there, or the murder gangs that there. There was no traffic, there was no problems, there was barely any of the violence that there was until they were put in and they undocumented just let them in. And a lot of people started getting killed and murdered, and there was girls and people that they had videos of people screaming and running and trying to stop it. Like you can't put a blind eye to the innocent people that got hurt.
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to put a blind eye, but the point is you cannot blame the actions of a few individuals on the whole. You can't throw an entire bushel of apples just because you have a bad ones.
If it's organized, it was organized. There was hundreds, if not more. There's videos and pictures of like you would put like 30, 40 people like up at a time, and they're all trying to lie about their age, and they're all pulling up, and they're all certain like races and certain religions that came from certain places that where they see women as objects, they see women as second-hand property, not as equals or as people. That's sadly what they do, and that's what happened. And this happens sometimes here at the border. They have things about that with Texas and all the other borders. You don't let in people without documentation and checking who they are. You learned your lesson. That's what happened. They fucked around. They found out that. Why do you think Europe is a hellhole right now? And their people are getting killed like crazy. But let's go to the next one.
Apart from the fact that
Blazing Trump. Because what are you going to say? This is CNN, the largest Trump haters of all time.
The early reviews are in on the new trade deal announced with the European Union. The Financial Times says the deal marks a victory for Trump.
Awkward!
Is this a fantastic deal then struck by Donald Trump?
Absolutely a victory on behalf of the Trump administration.
They can't even say that Trump. Well, no, the Trump administration.
A lot of this stuff has been happening. People are ignoring this. This is what bugs me. I'm not trying to be a victim like all the ones on your side and everything, but when people look at this, they just ignore the good shit. They just completely like, oh, he didn't do nothing good. He didn't just do stocks and deals and trades and help us so we can actually pay off the debt we have, let alone in our country. We're actually getting things back and things are getting low again. Gas is nice now. Food I can buy again, feed my family easier. And the bills, I was struggling. And now I'm finally being able to hold again. It's just little by little. Hopefully it'll get better from here. There are some good things, and hopefully he fixes those things, those stupid trade deals of them sending money over to people for things that they found out what they do with the money.
Yeah, a broken clock can be white twice.
Yeah, but he was right more than twice. It's the point of it's not even a year yet, and he's done quite a bit. Like, sure, he has done some bombastic things. He said some rude and disrespectful, and or some things that really could get you in trouble. But at the same time, he has done things. He's actually keeping his word or pushing for things. He's listening to the people and going, all right, guys, what else? And sometimes he's not listening to the right people. That's the problem. He needs people with common sense like me and everything, or other people like you guys, and we're all sitting around, hey, why don't we take a different look at this? Then we can sit here and discuss. I mean, that's why we need three for it, a trifecta. We don't need a one or the other bouncing back and forth. It's not ping pong. It's not a sport. And we keep having that problem. But next one.
Let's talk about something other than Trump.
I wouldn't even be halfway amenable if we said that we were going to stop paying for abortions if y'all leave us alone. You think you're stopping abortions with these ridiculous bills? You're not. You're stopping safe, legal abortions. People are going to still have abortions. So if you want to be pro-life, let's try being pro-quality of life first.
No, see, I have a thing about that.
Yes.
I don't agree 100%. Because why don't you just teach them how to have safe sex? Why don't you just teach them not to have sex? Why don't you just teach them to masturbate when they need to, or something like that, or keep control, or who you're going to breed with, or why don't you take the proper birth controls?
Because there are some religious organizations that don't allow it. Like,
yes,
for example, certain Catholic schools.
And why did you just break your religious oath anyways in the first place by having sex then, where you could have been smart about at least wear a condom and teach the man, even with a condom, have a pull-out method, learn how to swallow something. There's all these different things that can happen.
And not to mention the fact that
it's stuff for years.
But what she also said was about them is what she said. What my key one was is that is what they
no matter what
about the Republicans are getting rid of safe abortions. I'm not saying that you should get an abortion. I'm not saying
there should still be something in the clause of for just in case measures or safety measures or life of the mother safety risk measures and stuff. Yes, but not for this is not one of the. It shouldn't be one of those with a 47. I've had 47 abortions. Smile. Oh, look at me with a shirt on there and tally marks.
Personally, if you're having 47 abortions, honey, get a fucking hysterectomy then. If you're gonna just keep giving babies and keep doing fucking hysterectomy,
lives and everything, and not thinking about it or not caring, it's disgusting. And or they're making mistakes. You could have raised that kid. You could have had everything. Here's the thing as well. You had that abortion. Guess what? Now you want that kid. You finally want that kid. It's a few years later. Guess what? That abortion that you did, even if it was by a proper doctor or whatever, just messed you up still somehow, just right. Now you can't have kids. Now you can't have babies.
It's just like that one episode of Orange Was the New Black. Is the one pro-life lady who how she did it? She was a drug addict who got she wakes up one night like, oh man, I'm pregnant again. She went to the abortion clinic. They rejected her.
Problem, and that needs to be taken care of with the mental health and other things. They all have different paths that all follow. That's the problem. Everybody keeps putting it all in one box when you need to realize there's paths going into each one. There's different doorways going into the box. But the thing is, there are different paths of reasons of why. Now, you don't just do that willy-nilly. It's dumb, it's stupid, it's wrong, it's messed up. A child can change your life. It can make you a better person. I have watched people that have been horrible, evil people who messed up or druggies, idiots. They have a child, they realize this kid is in my nature. If I mess up, they die, it's on me. And this is a little me now. I better do this. And I've watched friends that were idiots or druggies or dumbasses and such become great parents and great people, and they've never been better and happier because they took that role. Where originally they were talking about, well, maybe we should get an abortion and stuff, and they stopped at the door and said, no, you know what, let's try it. It's better than not giving it a chance at all. It's better to give a chance. It's like if you want to play a video game that you've been waiting for fucking 50 years, finally comes out, you can't play. Why? They're not going to give you a chance. Why? Oh, well, just because you didn't fall into the right category of what we wanted. It's not right, not fair. You give it a chance. Never know until it tries. That's how I am. You never know until you try. The only thing I would believe is safety of life. And even then, you can still do a C-section. There's still that.
So do we have any final words before we end it?
Tune in on this Friday, 9 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time for the Rolling to Die podcast. Our DM, Henry the Hearts Mace, Mayhem the Hearts Mace is our DM. DM, what are we doing this week?
All right, we're doing a continuation of Drunken Dragon Brawlers, but this time is Castle in the Sky, just like the song in a way. A couple of different songs now. We got to see if we can even get there.
I can't fly.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm afraid of heights.
For our next episode at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. Remember, all the music is brought to you by DJ Thunderbase and Thunderbase Studios.
That guy.
Have a blast.